Alright, let's see what World 3 has in store for us today.
Oh, that's a 7 or 7.
Oh shoot, okay then.
Oh, not there. There's one block where that doesn't go.
Yeah.
Okay, also a 7 and 7. So, that then at least those would go together. Oh, this one's 12, so that's there. These are 10s, so most of these would have to go together.
There.
Eight. Oh, okay, well that's a 0. I didn't even see that there.
I didn't either, not gonna lie.
So not there, this one. Nine, 10, 11, 12, so 11.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
like I said before, you know a lot more about these than I do, so...
there. One by ones where crap gets messy.
Yeah.
So there is. Oh, this has to be your 9. So there's no other way. That's a 1, 9, and 1. Which makes your 10 have to be here, which completes this row. This is a 1, 5, and 3, so there's nothing that can go there. This column's done.
There we go. This puzzle's done. And it's a
There we
magnet.
go. Oh yeah, like a... Gotcha.
Just stick a magnet on Bender and be doing those old-timies like you know it.
I mean, I did apparently read that for some reason they're doing a Futurama reboot.
Yeah, I was
Why
reading about
that's
that.
necessary? I
Well,
don't know, but
okay,
apparently it's a
okay,
thing.
no, that's not the weird part about it. It's the fact that they, for some reason, there was some weird negotiation problems going on with John DiMaggio right now.
Well, apparently from what I read, it's like...
Hulu doesn't want to pay him or something like that.
They just don't want to... It's not that they don't want to pay him, I just don't think they want to pay him what he wants or something. Like some kind of pay dispute or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's asking for more than what they're willing to pay him, and that's why he's not involved. Don't 100% quote me on that, but it's something similar-ish from what I've read.
Heard that.
Something to that extent, anyway, for sure.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a lot of things that don't need reboots that get reboots, so...
Well, here's the other... Okay, here's the thing with Futurama compared to even The Simpsons and Family Guy and a bunch of those other shows. Futurama was a great show, and it never had that exhaustive, like, burnout period that a lot of other shows.
Oh yeah, I know what you
on
mean.
Fox.
Like it never went on too long.
Exactly.
Like,
So like,
it was,
people
yeah.
like it and probably remember it fonder because it didn't get bad like Simpsons or Family Guy did.
I mean, I feel like my brother's the
That's
weird
one
one out because he likes the later Family Guy stuff. So I don't know if that's just his sense of humor or what, but apparently he doesn't hate the newer stuff. But
well, yeah, I know, and I mean, like,
I think it's a completely subjective thing.
Yeah, it most definitely is. But like,
then again, it's also just one of those weird things where like some stuff just doesn't need a reboot.
yeah. Oh, okay, that was a lucky guess there.
Oh, yeah. Yes. That makes more sense.
That was done. There we go.
I also read that for whatever reason, and this is a really stupid thing that people were up in arms about, but that like all the Marvel original stuff is leaving Netflix.
I think I heard something about that too.
Like, it's only weird because it's all originally Netflix stuff. Like, it's all Netflix original, so that's what makes it weird to me.
Well, like the comic characters, like I'm assuming there were like comic adaptations of Daredevil and Jessica Jones and whatnot.
Netflix are the only one. That's the weird thing, and they're Netflix original ones. So I don't know what the stipulation is as to unless like their not marketing agreement, but like their copyrights or whatever or something ran out with like the Netflix deal. But then I also apparently read that they're being moved to a different streaming service, so I don't know. And that different streaming service is also apparently not Disney Plus. So, sense of logic, I'm not really sure on that one.
I mean, you know me, I don't really follow the Marvel.
No,
or Netflix
I just remember reading
stuff.
that on Twitter. Okay, to be fair, I've watched part of 2 of those series. I've never finished any of them. Admittedly, not because I don't like them. I've just been lazy and have never got around to it. But it's one of those things that just seems odd to me that they'd be leaving the thing that they were created on, even though it's a Netflix property, but I mean, there's probably a reason for it. It just kind of seemed odd. Because all the other stuff that leaves Netflix, it's typically, like, owned by somebody else. Like, it's not a Netflix thing. So, like, most stuff that leaves Netflix, I'm like, oh, this makes sense as to why this isn't here anymore, but those in particular, it's kind of like, oh, that's odd, but okay.
Oh, okay, then. Ruler and protractor. Triangle thing, not a protractor.
Yeah,
you know what
I was gonna say, I've never, not that I have ever used one of those triangle things, ever. Like, I don't...
Not even for trigonometry?
No.
I guess, yeah.
I guess for in my head, I don't get what the point of those protractors. I at least get because they're for measuring angles and crap. But
no. I mean, those are useful for like construction workers and stuff. I find.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just one of those things that I've never used for any particular reason.
Like, I'm sure there's probably some practical use of being able to find an actual right angle. Like, those are always.
Let me correct myself. At least mathematically.
Yeah.
Drawing-wise, I definitely have for perfect corners, but Like, if I'm drawing a square or something, I'll whip out one of those and just grab the corners, but I'll use it for, like, that and not any mathematical reason.
Fair, yeah. But yeah, I think that's basically it with Futurama, though, is that it's basically a show that, like, never had a chance to get bad, really, so...
And it's funny, because there's the shows that do the reverse, too.
That just go on forever and never end?
Well, yes, but I mean, like, there's shows that start out terrible and get better.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple of those where it's like, oh, the first season is absolute garbage, but, like, once you actually sit down and, like, give it a try and watch more than, like, the first couple episodes, then it kind of starts to pick up and get half decent, but it's just weird that that's a thing. But then there's also ones that happen the reverse, where the earlier seasons are the better seasons.
Yeah, like... I'd argue that's mostly true for Trailer Park Boys, but that's kind of a different case altogether, I think.
I mean, I also think it's one of those things that depends on the property and stuff, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes in some cases, the writing for the early seasons without the budget stuff is just absolute garbage. But when then they get a budget, you're like, oh, this ain't actually, like, terrible.
Yeah.
It's just for stuff that's with a budget. You've watched the first couple stuff where they don't have an actual proper budget, and you're like, oh god, why? Because I know there's quite a few TV shows I've watched that are guilty in that. That's not...
Yeah.
That's an outlet.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing. I can't keep, like, what's on what streaming service for the most part straight anymore.
I also hate, obviously, when stuff's, like, region blocked as well. Like, I know that's what VPNs are for, but, like...
Admittedly, I've never used a VPN for that. And it's just because I've never been able to legitimately get it to work. But to be fair, it's probably due to weird licensing stuff, because it's mostly British stuff that's on BBC, where you need, like, a TV license and crap to sign into. Every time I've tried to fake it, it hasn't legitimately worked.
Yeah, I've used...
That's, like, the only exception.
Yeah, I recently used a VPN to watch Persona 4 the animation, which for some reason is on Funimation Australia.
Because welcome to decisions of things.
Yeah, but not regular Funimation, and it's also... That show's confusing, because, like, there's Persona 4 the animation, and Persona 4 the golden animation, and...
Well, isn't there two versions of the game, too?
Yes, and golden's, like, the enhanced thing. Think, like, Persona 5 Royal,
Oh,
basically.
like Royal, yeah.
Rice Ball.
Yeah, see, I know those from, like, the weirdest thing, because there is this weird, stupid cooking game that used to exist that I used to play on iPad. I forget what it was called.
Good jelly donuts.
But one of the things I had to cook were, like, rice balls, that I don't know why that stands out to me.
Everyone just makes fun of this from, this is like a traditional Japanese delicacy, but, like, there was one episode...
I know it from some weird, stupid cooking game app I used to play.
There was one episode of the
Pokemon...
There was one episode of the Pokemon 4 Kids dub when Brock calls it a jelly donut.
I mean, looks nothing like a donut, but okay.
Kind of. You could imagine putting jelly on the inside of one of those things, though.
Yeah, but it's still not donut-shaped, so...
Well, like, I mean, it's not round, but you could probably still make a donut shaped like that, I would think. On a zero
I mean, then it wouldn't be called a donut, but okay.
Nah.